Thinking about going for Tigra in the crystals or in her arena? Well, before you do anything, let me show you the pros and the cons of this Mystic champ. Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be going over all of the pros and cons with Tigra. So let's get the ball rolling, shall we, with the pros. So to start out with, Tigra has a miss mechanic. Now, this is a really unique ability that she can basically miss projectiles by holding down the heavy. It's another bonus too, because you can hold the heavy indefinitely. Now, this can be useful for those pesky unblockable projectile attacks or from projectiles that give some trouble evading, like, you know, Korg Special 1 and Havoc Special 1. Also, you can place rupture charges when missing with the heavy. So along with the miss mechanic, it is a really nice long heavy. So one thing I do like to do with her is I like to hold it and launch it repeatedly. Now this takes time to get the timing down right and the spacing, but it could be a unique play style, has a long reach, and is great for countering heavy attacks and specials like Iron Man Infinity War. Another unique ability that she has, and that's the ability to shut down the opponent's buffs with her neutralize mechanic. Now she can place it on the opponent with any hit and it only lasts about 2.5 seconds, but if you refresh it, it will extend for the duration. Now, another great benefit to this is if the opponent tries to get a buff when the neutralize is active, they will get a rupture, causing a burst of direct damage. She's got some pretty unique specials, and in the fact that they are unblockable. So it's not so much that they're unblockable, but they are unblockable if you are far away from the opponent. So just launch it kind of whenever you're far away, and again, it'll be unblockable. So this is great for intercepting, and you can launch it without fear of being blocked. You can launch it from across the screen and it will still hit. She's got fairly decent damage. She can put out some good damage with her ruptures. You need to have those ruptures on though in order to get the damage. So, and in order to do that, you need to keep her senses up. So you need to have her awakened and at a high sig ideally. But if you get into a good rotation with the heavies and specials, then she can easily tear down her opponent. Let's talk about her playstyle too, right? This is a personal one for me, but I do like her animations and the general smoothness to her. Now, some may not agree to that because she does have a 7-hit combo, and that can kind of feel cumbersome to some players. But for me, I like it, although it may not be ideal for everyone. So that's just a personal pro of mine. So now let's talk about the cons, right? So the first con that we have is, well, she's squishy. And for a champ that relies on her heavy so much, using parry is almost essential, but she does have low block proficiency and is, well, kind of squishy. So I don't know necessarily how sustainable she'll be in endgame content. Now, of course, I am working with a rank 3 here, so maybe at rank 5 she'll be better. I don't really know, but I think she will get wrecked by some damage in later parts of Act 6. She's got a bit of a dangerous playstyle, right? It's high skill for okay damage is basically how I would describe her. Now, she's one of those champs that she has a unique playstyle, right? And it could take a while to master. It's not one of those ones you're gonna pick up right away, right? Now you have to play her aggressive for the best damage. And her miss mechanic is cool. You do have to launch a heavy after it, and that can be dangerous, especially if your spacing or timing isn't right. So once again, in endgame content, she may be more of a liability than an option, which leads me to the next con is I can't really see any real use that she has. I don't see her solving any problems in the game that we have right now. Now, like I said, it's hard for me to come up with any champ or node encounter where I think she would be a top 3 option. Yes, there are some unblockable scenarios that she would be great for, but would it be worth the resources? I'm gonna say no. She needs the dupe and she needs to be high sig. So in order to get the burst damage from the start of the fight, she needs the dupe and she needs the high sig. And in order to, until you get her utility down, you want both senses up as long as possible. So in order to do that, she needs the dupe and she needs the high sig, unfortunately. All right, so now let's talk about her buff management, and that works off of ability accuracy. So the neutralize mechanic works off of ability accuracy. So unlike stagger or any modification in ability accuracy could cause this not to work. So you want to keep that in mind when you're going up against champs who have an ability accuracy modification. All right, so now let's talk about her synergies, which are another con. Now, they are interesting. I like the one with Hawkeye where it turns his bleeds into poison, and she does get a damage boost from Elsa, Vulture, and Howard, but who's really gonna bring those champs in, really? I mean, she can nullify Unstoppable with the Black Panthers, which is cool, but then you have to bring in the Black Panthers, so there's that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at, you know, where I would rate her. So with all that I said about the pros and the cons, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give her 5 out of 10 candies. Now, I know people have been asking me about how good she would be on defense or not, and I really didn't include this in the list because honestly, I think she's gonna start out slightly above average, you know, with her unblockable specials, but soon she's just going to slink down to being a diversity defender. Now, let's face it, most people have already learned how to evade her special 1 and special 2 by fighting her in the event quest. Also, what I think is really weird is that she plays more like a skill champ than a mystic champ, and that may be tied into with how she is in the comics because she does have a lot of skill involved in the comics. So that may be something along the lines there. So in conclusion, she's a fun champ to play, and if I had her, honestly, I would probably rank 3 her and use her in the monthly uncollected event quest just because I like her playstyle, and then I would probably stop once I got bored with her. So, but anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this pros and cons list of Tigra? Do you think I was too generous or too stingy in giving her 5 out of 10 candies? Also, do you like this new format of a video? Should I keep doing the pros and the cons like this? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.